Hello, everybody. Welcome to Geek Talk, where we just talk about geeky stuff. So, this is going to be the first episode of this, and I'm going to kind of see how this goes. The way it's going to work is basically here in the future, I'm going to take your ideas of content that you want me to talk about, some questions that you have, and just kind of talk about them. And so what I'm going to do in the future is I will let everybody know beforehand when these broadcasts are going to be, and then you guys can go into the comment sections of the video and let me know like things that you want me to talk about. So that's going to be the game plan. Today it's going to be kind of a shorter broadcast. Honestly, I'm just going to kind of get this thing just rolling and kind of just see how it goes. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also check out the links in the description below. That really helps out the channel when you check those out. So the first thing I want to talk about is, what we can expect from WandaVision going forward, because I think, it's setting up a couple things. First of all, it's setting up the possibility that Wanda could either be the villain of the MCU going forward. So she could be the villain of Doctor Strange, maybe even in some ways, maybe not directly, but in some ways be the villain of Spider-Man 3, or at least be responsible for how the villains get there in Spider-Man 3. But as far as Doctor Strange 2, that's where I'm kind of interested to see, because these last two episodes are really going to tell us if Wanda truly is a villain, or if it's setting up maybe a situation where she causes whatever problems are going to happen with Doctor Strange 2. And part of me really thinks that they're going to go that route, that where she's just causing the problems, because I honestly don't really believe that they're going to set Wanda up as a villain. I think that because of her starting out that way in Age of Ultron, and then bringing her back to being, kind of a good person and somebody that's kind of a favorite, I don't really see them taking her and then throwing her back into the role of villain, because I'm not 100% sure that they can bring her back from that, because once she goes villain again, who's going to really trust her? If she's started off as a villain and then came back and was on the side of the good guys, there's always going to be that in the back of everybody's mind that she could at any point go back to a villain again if she's redeemed. So I really don't think that they're going to go that route, but I think that she is going to be truly responsible for what goes on in the MCU for the next few movies and probably for the next couple of years, and they're going to need her help in correcting the situation. I kind of think that maybe she goes off the rails and disappears, and that part of Doctor Strange 2 is him having to find her. I think that could be kind of cool. But either way, I just honestly think it's going to be Doctor Strange having to team up with Wanda to be able to fix whatever the multiverse problem is in Doctor Strange 2. I'm also kind of really eager to see if Captain Marvel 2 is more connected to Wanda than what a lot of us maybe think. I think that Monica, the fact that Monica is going to be in Captain Marvel 2, it could just be the only connection is her, and that's Monica Rambeau, Photon, whatever, Spectrum, whatever moniker she's going to go by. I think there's a good chance that that's the only connection between the two, but at the same time, I think that it could very well be that Captain Marvel is going to have to deal with some of the after effects of what happens in WandaVision. In fact, I think pretty much all of these movies that are coming up are going to have to deal with that somewhat. Shang-Chi is going to have that big tournament where they're going to have all these different characters. Is there a chance that characters from other universes are coming over and that he's going to have to fight some of them? There's a lot of things that could happen with the MCU because of what happens in WandaVision. The other thing I want to talk about, also, if anybody has any opinions on what they think is going to happen in the MCU in the future. Is Wanda really going to have a lot of effect on what's happening going forward, or do you think that this is just going to affect just Doctor Strange 2 and in some ways Spider-Man? Let me know in the comments. Now, Bad Batch, we do know finally when it's coming out, and the date that it's going to premiere actually makes a lot of sense. May the 4th, Star Wars Day. Eventually, I assume that it'll become an international holiday. Everybody will get the day off so that we can enjoy Star Wars, which would be really cool. Probably not going to happen though. But May the 4th will be the first episode, and then they're going to come in 3 days later on the 7th, which is a Friday, and it will be on the second episode will be May 7th. So unlike with WandaVision, where we got 2 episodes on the first day, they're going 2 episodes in the first week of the Bad Batch, so we will get that. But I kind of, Disney Plus, I'm wondering if they're going to do the first 2 episodes pretty consistently going forward on series, but maybe, there's going to be times where maybe it's just 2 in the first week as opposed to 2 in the first day. I'm kind of assuming that Falcon and Winter Soldier will have the first 2 episodes dropped on the first Friday that it comes out, but we haven't really heard on that. So I'm kind of excited on this Bad Batch series. It's more than just about those characters in particular. It's seeing the fallout of Order 66, of the Galactic Empire's rise, and seeing how the clones react to that, see how their lives change. I mean, we got to know them quite well in the Clone Wars, and they're more than these mindless drones or biological droids that we saw in Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones. I mean, these are real people, and they're real people with feelings. And even though the Order 66, they didn't have any really control over, and we saw that with Rex. Rex was unable to control himself, and he tried to resist Order 66, but even he wasn't able to. But, even though the fact is that because of that chip, they're going to, in the Bad Batch era, they're going to definitely be, if they see a Jedi, they're going to have to react. I think in a lot of the other ways, we're going to see that they're still individuals. They're going to have their opinions. They're going to support the Empire because in their mind, it's just the next evolution of the Republic, and they're very loyal to the Republic. But at the same time, you're going to see a lot of them questioning things to some extent. And I think that's where it's going to be interesting to see where a lot of the clones, where their minds are when it comes to the Empire. And the things that they're going to see about it. They're going to see some things and it's not really going to sit right. Probably the character that I'm most looking forward to seeing, and I guess I don't think I've heard anything official, but they've got to show Cody. Either we have to see Cody at some point, either in the Bad Batch or the Obi-Wan series, and hopefully both, because he flipped on a dime on Obi-Wan. There was no hesitation whatsoever when he got Order 66. Does Cody truly believe that the Jedi are evil? Is he just following orders? I mean, what's going through Cody's mind? Because he was a pretty important character in the Clone Wars and in Revenge of the Sith, and he just once again he flipped. He just went right into it. I'm going to attack Obi-Wan because I was told to, and he didn't even hesitate whatsoever. So I'm really interested to see possibly if Cody's going to be in there. But then, even then, the Bad Batch, who are basically mutated versions of the clones, do they have inhibitor chips? Were they different than the rest of them? Did Echo, when Echo was hooked up to those computers, and it looked like things were done to his head, was his inhibitor chip either malfunction or taken out for them to be able to do that? I think there's a decent chance that Echo doesn't have the inhibitor chip in when Order 66 comes. So I'm really interested to see if, maybe they're around other clones. Hey, what's up, Eat My Bullets? Nice to see you today. So I think there's a chance that we're going to see some or all of the Bad Batch not going along with Order 66 and seeing how they have to react to other clones, or we might just see one or two of them, whether it's Echo because of something happening to his head where he doesn't have the inhibitor chip or whatever, where somebody within that group is going to really question what the heck's going on, and other clones are around there who are just not questioning it or just going along with it. And I think there's going to be some confrontation. Part of me really thinks that the Bad Batch series is going to be about the Bad Batch, the 5 of them, having to be on the run, maybe not being fully on board with the Empire, whether becoming mercenaries or whatever the deal is, but them having to be on the run. I just really feel like they're going to keep them on the good side of things, and they're not going to be down with the Empire. But I could be wrong, and it'll be interesting to see. There's so many different paths they could take with the Bad Batch, but more than anything, what I'm really looking forward to is just seeing the after effects of the Galactic Empire's rise, and seeing that from different points of views, and not from the rebel side, but from the view of the common man, which in a lot of ways is the clones. So I think that's going to be really interesting to see just how the clones react to that, in particular the Bad Batch. But I think we'll see a lot of the other clones and see conversations happen amongst them, and then talking about the Empire and their feelings on what happened, their feelings on the Jedi. Do they all truly believe that the Jedi tried to take over the Republic and that they are enemy number one, or is it 100% that the inhibitor chips that are causing them to believe that? And that'll be really interesting, because I think that's what it's going to be about. I think it's really going to just be about the after effects of the Empire's rise. But yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think about what the Bad Batch is going to be about. Are you excited about it? May the 4th is coming up here in a couple months. Let's see. Yeah, just a little bit over 2 months. So I'm really excited about that. Here pretty soon, it looks like we're going to have multiple series coming out on Disney Plus every single week. There's probably going to be a point where there is a Star Wars and Marvel show coming out on the same day, which is going to be insane, because it looks like they're going to stick with the Friday thing. I kind of wonder if maybe eventually they split those up a little bit and have one on a Friday and another on a Sunday, or figure out some other way of doing it, because I'm not sure if they'll continue to have, at some point when there's 3 major series going on at the same time. I don't know if they'll have 3 come out on the same day. Let me know what you think on that too. But anyways, that's all I got for today. This is the first just 15-minute quick episode. My goal with this, once again, is to get you guys' comments beforehand. As soon as the videos are announced and scheduled that you guys could come in, let me know what topics you want me to talk about. And it could be Marvel, it could be Star Wars, it could be pretty much anything geek related, and I'll give you my opinions on them. And then eventually to bring other people in, and we could have those discussions either over the PlayStation Network. We can always do that, or over Zoom or something like that. We can bring other voices into this. Hey, what's up, Gerard? How you doing today? But that's all I have for today. Excited to, unless something strange happens, I will have tonight off, so I will be streaming some Battlefront 2 this evening whenever I get off work today. So that will probably be somewhere around 3 or 4 p.m. Central Time. I'll try to get on, stream for a few hours, and try to get to sleep early tonight, because I'm really excited about WandaVision episode 8 coming out tomorrow. It can go on a lot of different directions, and we've got 2 more episodes, so it's gotta raise up the stakes here so that in episode 9 we can have just this ultimate clash. I'm assuming some kind of big battle amongst magic users. I think it's going to be epic. But just one more day and we've got episode 8. And but that's all I got for today. Everybody have a wonderful day. I'll see you on the Battlefront here in just a few hours. Peace.